he rose, which means he's alive, which means that he's living, which means that he's present right here, right now with us. And so we give thanks for the clear message of Easter and that Jesus is always with us. I loved what they said when he vanished from their sight. Were not our hearts burning within us while he was talking to us in the road, while he was opening the scriptures to us? I don't know about you, but in my life I have, wished that I could speak with Jesus and have a conversation with him. A live one, person to person. I've got some questions. I'd like to know more of God, and I'd like to have my spirit, warmed as he warmed those on the road again and again, and be reassured in faith. I love this text. I mean, the message of Easter is clear that he is risen. He is risen victorious, and he's with us now and will be forevermore. One of the questions that this text raises up for us is that who in your life has been Jesus? Someone who's pulled up alongside of you in life and affirmed you, accepted you for exactly who you are, who's encouraged you, brought confidence to you in your life, who has loved you, who has supported you, who has been your cheerleader, who has helped to warm the Spirit of Jesus within you in life. Just thinking about who those might be, it's a good thing to think about for a couple reasons, at least in my observation. Number one, if there's been somebody like that in your life who's been Jesus to you and walked with you on the road in life and helped you maybe through some difficult times, it's good to remember them and be thankful to them. Number one. Number two, the other thing it's helpful to think about Jesus coming, who they are in our life. It allows us to think about how we can be Jesus to others, because our gospel text tonight really is calling us and inviting us to be Jesus to those in life. Pull up alongside somebody and be Jesus, because Jesus lives within us. He's present and alive, and he works through the likes of you and me to warm the hearts of others with his love and to reassure the hearts of others with his faithfulness. And so who have they been? I want you to think about them just because we should be thankful, and they're role models to us in faith. This past weekend we kind of asked this same question. I'm not going to go over the same stories, but I just got a book a couple of weeks ago with a fellow I grew up with, Brian Erickson. Pastor Tim, you know Brian. His nickname is Bear. There we go. So this was not, we didn't get this. But yeah, Bear, pastor, was in Arizona for a number of years. Wrote a book, and just a couple of weeks ago it was published. And so the people where I grew up, they're terribly excited about, hey, let's buy Bear's book. So I did. All you got to do is Amazon. Wow, it's a miracle, like the next day. Anyway, his book is When the Northern Lights Went Dark, My Journey Through Loss and Grief to Healing and Hope. And what this book is about those people who were Jesus to him, who walked up along his side and brought hope and healing. Now, you get it. This is a book about tragedy. Now, he lost both of his parents in high school from cancer. He talks about those who brought hope and healing to him and his two brothers in that time. He got married after seminary. 10 years later, Pauline passed away. he talks about somebody who walked up alongside of him and brought hope and healing to him. We talked about how, the Stephen ministers tonight are meeting down in 123. That ministry is all about the call to walk alongside somebody who is experiencing difficulty. Then I kind of shared a little bit about, we talk about how we can be Jesus to one another or those in need. I shared that it was Mother's Day, so I talked about my godmother, and she was Jesus to me and walked up alongside of me when I was a kid, and she would always tell me, I just want you to know I'm praying for you. I can't tell you how important. I talked about my grandma who gave me this Bible. She talked to me about the scriptures and told me about how much Jesus loved me. Well, just one I didn't share this past weekend, but a couple of years ago, I got a letter from my high school Sunday school teacher. His name was Rolf Berg. And over the years, I'd stop by and see him. I grew up in a country church. His farm was about a half a mile away. So I'd always stop and say hello to Rolf, and we'd reminisce about Sunday school in the church kitchen. That's where we met. Well, anyway, he wrote me a letter, and I can't tell you, he was Jesus to me 100 times or more. So he says, hey, dear Dwight, we had a nice relationship. He said, here are several pictures for you to have, and a slide of you dancing at school. I don't know the girl, but you will. So anyway, there she is. Okay. Well, Vicky Markestead. Very nice girl. It just happened. We did, dancing wasn't a real big thing back then. But anyway, we're called really by Jesus tonight, by the gospel, to be Jesus to others along life's way. And we can do that in very practical ways. It's not rocket science, right? Share a little love, share a little hope.